Modern relationships today are like a finely tuned orchestra, or at least that is how they appear at first glance. If you stand back and observe, you will see people rushing to perform, tapping into trends and lifestyles that seem in, whether or not they genuinely resonate with them. Traditional ideas about partners and roles are increasingly being redefined, and what was once seen as steady ground now seems more flexible, if not uncertain. The Sigma male's approach, steadfast and uninterested in playing by typical dating rules, often stands at odds with these modern expectations. For women familiar with certain relationship dynamics, this divergence can lead to tension, frustration, and even a strong dislike for the Sigma's unconventional ways. But why do modern women, with all their power and agency, find themselves irked by Sigmas? 1. Sigma males see their soft life mindset as unrealistic. The soft life movement is enticing, no question about it. A life where effort is minimized and rewards are maximized. Who would not want a shortcut to happiness and comfort? It is an alluring concept that resonates with many modern women who believe they deserve a life free from strife. Sigmas, on the other hand, scoff at this as an illusion built on shaky foundations. To them, the pursuit of a frictionless life is the equivalent of building a sandcastle at low tide. It is only a matter of time before reality washes over it. As Sigma views life as a series of challenges meant to be met head-on. This is not due to a penchant for hardship, but because they understand that growth sprouts from discomfort. Women drawn to the soft life ethos often find Sigma's rejection of this mindset frustrating. They see Sigma's resilience and pursuit of personal growth as a silent challenge to their own worldview. The Sigma's perception of life as a battlefield where comfort is earned, not expected, unsettles women who prefer a smoother narrative. However, this does not mean a Sigma would neglect his partner's happiness or needs. On the contrary, a Sigma is fiercely devoted when it comes to taking care of his woman. He will move mountains to provide for her, ensure her needs are met, and do whatever it takes to make her happy. Yet the concept of the soft life, a life devoid of challenges, runs contrary to his core beliefs. For him, pampering his partner doesn't mean shielding her from the real world, but standing beside her as they face it. To make matters more complicated, a Sigma's distaste for this mindset comes with an undeniable confidence that can be infuriatingly attractive. He embodies a philosophy that says, life owes you nothing, and strength comes from embracing this fact. This unyielding stance disrupts the modern narrative and sparks an inner conflict for women who are torn between admiration for such resolve and irritation at its implications. 2. Sigmas disapprove of their partners keeping multiple options. The modern dating scene, with its abundance of options and swipe-based interactions, has conditioned many women to keep multiple romantic doors ajar. There is a prevailing sentiment that commitment should only be given when all the boxes are checked and a better option is not lurking around the corner. Sigmas, however, see this as a breach of loyalty and a sign of superficial engagement. To a Sigma, loyalty is not just a concept. It is a cornerstone of any meaningful relationship. He values depth over breadth, seeing the act of keeping options open as a betrayal of trust. This does not mean he is possessive. Far from it. He simply believes that a relationship should be an investment of full attention, not a placeholder for something potentially better. Women who prefer to hedge their romantic bets find themselves clashing with this ethos. This expectation for loyalty makes modern women feel exposed. It is one thing to float through relationships with half commitments. It is another to face someone who demands real dedication. Sigmas refuse to dance around this truth. They will not entertain half-hearted efforts, and their stance has an intimidating clarity. The appeal here lies in the Sigma's unwillingness to settle for less than genuine loyalty. For women accustomed to keeping their options open, this standard is a point of discomfort. 3. They cannot emotionally blackmail a Sigma. Emotional manipulation can be an unwitting tool in many modern relationships. It is a subtle game where feelings are used to influence decisions, extract guilt, or gain the upper hand. The Sigma male, however, sees through this like a clear windowpane. He recognizes when someone attempts to tug at his emotions to gain leverage and is largely immune to it. The nature of a Sigma male means he cannot be pressured into feeling or acting a certain way just to appease someone else. This makes him a fortress when it comes to emotional tactics designed to elicit a certain response. Women who find themselves used to men bending at the sight of a tear or a raised eyebrow are often met with frustration when these cues fall flat with a Sigma. He will not yield simply because someone else wants him to. He evaluates a situation on its merit and acts according to his principles, not emotional strings. What adds to the frustration is that Sigmas are not heartless. On the contrary, they possess deep wells of empathy and can read emotions with remarkable accuracy. But they choose not to let those emotions manipulate their actions. This is not just disarming. It can feel like a direct challenge to anyone used to winning arguments through emotional tides. The Sigma male's quiet, steadfast demeanor creates a dynamic where attempts at emotional coercion become futile, leaving would-be influencers baffled and vexed. 4. Sigmas reject entitlement masked as empowerment. Empowerment is a powerful word, but it has taken on many faces. Some interpretations have twisted it into a form of entitlement, where any criticism or challenge is seen as an affront to a woman's autonomy. Sigmas do not buy into this narrative. They recognize the difference between true empowerment, which is built on capability, respect, and strength, and entitlement, which demands reward without earning it. This nuanced perspective can frustrate women who wield empowerment as a shield for their demands. A Sigma is happy to support, encourage, and partner with an empowered woman. However, the moment empowerment morphs into entitlement, he steps back. To him, respect is mutual, and empowerment should not be a one-way street that excuses poor behavior or dismisses accountability. Sigma's rejection of entitlement means they do not cater to demands without substance. They do not engage in relationships where one partner expects to be placed on a pedestal while contributing little in return. This exposes a weakness in the modern dating scene. Many have become so used to entitlement being catered to that they are baffled when it is met with indifference or challenged. A Sigma will never bend to the song of entitlement. He knows that true empowerment stands tall without needing others to kneel. 5. Sigmas do not fall for their fast, disposable relationships. Fast relationships are a hallmark of the modern dating landscape. They start with a spark, flame bright, and often burn out just as quickly. This has created a cycle of quick attachments and even quicker exits. Sigmas, however, see the shallowness in these rapid romantic endeavors and are not impressed by the ease with which people jump in and out of relationships. As Sigma approaches relationships with intent, he is not there for the thrill of a fling or a passing moment. This is why modern women accustomed to fast-paced romances may find him a puzzle. He is a man who believes in putting down roots, in experiencing a relationship that grows through time and trials. The idea of disposable relationships clashes with his worldview, creating friction with women who are used to the novelty of quick connections. This careful, measured approach can make Sigmas appear distant or unattached at first. But once a woman realizes that his interest comes with a promise of depth, she understands that what she has in front of her is not just a man but an investment. The irony is that while many women claim they want something substantial, when faced with someone who refuses to play the fast game, they find themselves both intrigued and uneasy. 6. Sigmas need accountable partners, not blame shifters. One of the hallmarks of a mature relationship is mutual accountability. Modern relationships, however, can sometimes devolve into a blame game, where fault is a baton passed back and forth. Sigmas demand more. They need partners who are self-aware enough to acknowledge their role in any situation, good or bad. This can be a rude awakening for those used to deflecting responsibility. A Sigma does not shy away from taking ownership of his actions and expects the same from his partner. He believes that the strongest relationships are built on the shoulders of accountability and trust, not excuses and blame shifting. This steadfast commitment to transparency can be daunting to a woman who has never had to face such unwavering expectations. What complicates matters further is that a Sigma will not engage in arguments designed to shift focus away from real issues. He can spot redirection from a mile away and will call it out without hesitation. This no-nonsense approach can be uncomfortable for those who prefer a more fluid, less confrontational dance. Yet beneath this tough exterior lies a foundation for a relationship built on true partnership, a fact that makes him hard to ignore, even if his expectations rub some the wrong way. 7. Modern women cannot easily read sigmas. One of the biggest frustrations women have with sigma males is that they are notoriously hard to read. They do not fit neatly into societal molds, nor do they display their emotions like a flashing neon sign. This makes them an enigma, a puzzle many women are both drawn to and repelled by. A sigma's quiet confidence and reserved nature are simultaneously alluring and maddening. Women accustomed to the open book nature of more extroverted men often struggle with the subtlety of a sigma. He does not overshare or seek validation, and his intentions are not always apparent at first glance. This air of mystery leaves women second-guessing themselves and trying to decode his every move. It is a dance that can be as intriguing as it is exasperating. Yet this very unreadability is what makes sigmas so compelling. They are the plot twist in a story that seems predictable. The harder they are to understand, the more some women feel compelled to try. But therein lies the paradox. The more one tries to decipher a sigma, the more they realize that he operates on his own terms, indifferent to being figured out. And that, for many, is infuriating. If these points resonated with you, we would love to hear your thoughts in the comments section. Also, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button. Share it with others who might find it insightful, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Your support means everything to us. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.